Hey guys, my pretties, it's the Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 340 of Shadows and Pretties, and today we're going to be looking into this 1993 movie called Free Willy. Now, this is a really good movie. I personally really enjoyed it. It's a really good film. I personally really thought it was a really good movie. It's got a really good set of cast and characters. It's got, great music and stuff like that. It's got really great actors, which I think they all did an excellent job. They all did amazing, which I really enjoy, this film because it's a really great film. I mean, of course, the production first originated back in 1984, where Keith A. Walker conceived of the story while working on The Goonies, which will be another film I will review in the future. And the film's director, Richard Donner, who would eventually serve as the executive producers for Free Willy. So that's a bit of background information, if that makes sense. So I'm going to sit here and basically talk about what this movie is about for anybody who's, not seen the movie in a long time and would want a refresher and stuff. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I think we should get started on, what this, me going through the plot and explain what it's about and stuff, and, go from there. The soundtrack is amazing. I really enjoy, this film. I really do enjoy it. It's really good. I personally like the music and stuff, which is a really good film, which I personally really like. Did you know that Kiko the killer whale, who pretty much was the star of Free Willy in the movie? So, of course, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now there is a couple other Free Willy movies, like the second movie that came out in 1995, and there is the third movie that came out in 1997, and as well as Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove that came out later in 2010. I'll review those sequels in the future, but I'm gonna, start off with this one because this is the first movie. So, with that being said, I think we should go ahead and, explain what this is about. So, yeah. So basically, the plot is about on the Pacific Northwest coastline, a pod of orcas is tracked down by whalers. One of the orcas gets captured and separated from his family and gets sold to the Northwest Adventure Park. Months later in Portland, Jesse, who is an orphan abandoned by his mother 6 years ago, fled from Copperton with his fellow orphans and spends 3 days roaming the streets, begging for money and stealing food. To evade police and pursuit later that night, he and Perry break into an adventure park's observation area. While doing graffiti on the walls and its water tank, Jesse comes face to face with a large orca before getting caught by the police. Social worker Dwight Mercer informs him that his new foster parents, Glenn and Annie Greenwood, would be happy to take him in. Jesse, who hopes to be reunited with his mother, begrudgingly lives with them. To avoid being sent to juvenile hall if he flees again, Jesse is allowed to make up for his vandalism by cleaning and painting the observation area. He forms a bond with an orca named Willy, and he takes the liking to Jesse's harmonica playing. With the probation ending and his job almost up, Jesse sneaks out of the house to visit Willy and falls in the tank. He nearly drowns, but Willy saves the boy and brings him to the surface. Randolph Johnson and Ray Lindy, Willy's respective caretaker and veterinarian, notice that Jesse is the only human the only normally ill-tempered Willy responds to. And eventually Jesse is offered a summer job. He also wants to start to warm up to the Greenwoods. So the park owner sees Jesse and Willy's talent in hopes of finding money making from the orca, who has been thus the costly venture for him. On opening day, however, he refuses to perform during being antagonized. Jesse is unable to get him to do tricks while dealing with the pressure from his spectators. Tearfully, he storms up and plans to find his mother. Willy cracks the tank with his stress-induced rage, having had enough of the children's constant banging. Jesse sneaks out to stop by the tank to say goodbye to Willy. Before leaving, something responds to Willy's crying noise again. Jesse follows the responses and realizes that Willy has communicated with his family. This discovery was interrupted when the park manager, Wade, and some colleagues sneak into the observation area and deliberately damage the spot where Willy smashed the tank. For that, the water will leak out. Randolph explains to Jesse that Dal plans to kill Willy and collect the $1 million insurance. Jesse hatches up a plan to return him to the ocean. With Randolph and Ray join in, they use a forklift to transport Willy from a tank to Glenn's pickup. Jesse and Randolph stole. Dal launches a search when he is informed by Wade about Willy. When the truck gets out in the mud, Jesse sees the truck's CB radio to call Glenn and Annie for help. Both of them arrive, and Glenn is reluctant to assist but relents when Jesse pleads with him. After a brief stop at the car wash to get Willy more, Glenn drives the truck to the Dawson's Marina, where Dal, Wade, and their men have assembled the gates to stop them. Glenn smashes through the gates and backs Willy into the water. After a struggle with Dal's men and Wade, Willy manages to swim away. However, two of Dal's whaling ships seal off the marina, and Jesse runs towards the breakwater and encourages Willy to follow him and jump over. Once on the breakwater, Jesse recites a Hada prayer Randolph had taught him throughout the story of the Nasta lane or something. Nasta lane, or I can't pronounce it, so maybe you guys can let me know what it is in the comments section. Before giving Willy the signal to jump. Willy makes the jump over and lands in the ocean on the other side, free to return to his family. When a white dismayed Dal and Wade can only watch, Jesse thanks and hugs Glenn and Annie as Willy calls out to him in the distance. Thus how the movie ends. What a really great story. I personally really thought this was a really good movie. I personally really enjoy this film. It's got really good acting, and I personally love the actors. I thought they did, a really great job. I was just impressed with this movie. Now, I did watch this when I was a kid, and most of you guys who probably seen it, if you guys were, watching this movie as a kid on VHS, or if you saw it in theaters, then you were lucky to see it. But I personally really enjoyed this film. I thought this was a really good movie for what it is. It's really well made in detail. I personally really like this film. It's a really great concept for a movie. I personally really enjoyed the plot line of it, and I thought it was really good and well made. I mean, it's a really good film for, especially, for those who have been around, in the 90s. You probably know this is just a really great film. I personally really enjoyed it a whole lot. It's got a good concept. It's got good actors, actresses. It's got good songs. It's just a really good movie. I also like the whole thing. The whole concept of it was just amazing. To which I really do have to say that it is just a really great film for a lot of people. I mean, if you were a kid or something, you can watch this movie if you're a kid, or if adults can enjoy this movie too. Not just kids, but adults can really enjoy this film as well. So, with that being said, I personally really thought it was a really good movie. I definitely recommend this movie to anybody who's never seen the movie. You definitely really will enjoy this film. This is just a really good movie. It's a good concept. I really like it a lot. I do really enjoy how the concept is made and stuff. I really definitely have to say it's definitely well made in detail. I really like the concept and everything about this movie. Now, I really thought as a kid that this movie was a little boring for some reason, but for watching this again and again, it's still a really good film. I personally really enjoyed it. It was a really great film, and it's got a really good concept and stuff. That's something I really do enjoy, and that's something what I liked about this movie. Now, I know there's other two sequels, which is there is a second movie, there is the third movie, and a fourth one, which I will review those in the future of this Shadows and Pretties episode, so I'll be doing that in the future. So, with that being the case, and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and wrap up this review, because I pretty much said what it needed to be said, And I pretty much covered most of everything about this movie. And if I'm missing something, please let me know what it is in the comments below if you happen to know something that I don't know or whatever. So with that being the case and with that being said, like I'm always going to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. If you disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these movies. I recommend this movie. And if you have kids at home that like this movie, I recommend you show this movie to your kids. It's a really good film. You won't be disappointed. It's just a really good film. So anyways, with that being said and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to my uploads, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, with that being said, if you guys want to go follow my Twitter account, link to my Twitter account will be in the About page section, so you guys can go check that out. Also, if you guys want to continue, you can. So I guess with that being said and that being the case, yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter and DeviantArt, link to those will be in the About page section. Apologies for that. My brain went away for a minute. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo. Link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow my backup if you're interested. And as always, with that being said, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I'll see you all next time.